Welcome. Today we're delving into something we usually connect with sunken treasures or some mad scientific expedition. But it's actually a very serious business and apparently incredibly advanced in Italy. I'm talking about commercial diving. We have Clara with us to help us navigate this underwater jungle of laws and regulations.
Thanks, Miles. Get ready because while the rest of Italy is just discovering warm water or, the cold, dark depths, Sicily has already been down there blowing bubbles for decades. And these aren't just any bubbles, they're bubbles of pure legislative excellence.
Sicily. So, the national legislator just dropped Law Number 9 on 26 January 2026, setting up a national agency for the safety of critical underwater infrastructure. Sounds like a cracking move, doesn't it? Came into force on 11th February 2026.
It sounds like it, yes. It's just a bit rich, considering that operationally, in Sicily, these tasks of safety, mapping, and certification are already a consolidated reality. While Rome's still mulling over how to bake a new cake, in Sicily, they've already baked it, frosted it, and slocked a bow on it in the shop window.
So, this Sicily model wasn't born from a legislative vacuum. They didn't just cobble together some rules at the 11th hour.
Absolutely not. The Sicily model adopted the strictest safety standards of the energy market. We're talking ENI's HSE requirements dating all the way back to 5th August 2013. That's no small feat. The Sicilian region, with Regional Law Number 7 of 21st April 2016 and its implementing regulation DPRS Number 31 of 7th December 2018, just turned these operational standards required by international giants into actual law. It's like the manual from the most demanding client suddenly became the civil code.
So, a diver trained in Sicily is already compliant with the demands of the world's top clients? They don't need to do extra courses to work with ENI or similar companies?
Exactly. It's like having a VIP passport to the world of underwater work. The requirement for rigorous equipment from the surface station for the first level to the open bell or basket for offshore, right up to the closed bell for saturation diving known as PVHO. These aren't just educational whims. They're the legal transposition of the safety protocols that ENI, remember, was already imposing since 2013. A Sicilian diver has practically been blessed by the industry before even setting foot on a job site.
Right, and how do they keep tabs on all these Sicilian super divers?
Through the telematic registry of trained individuals set up at the Regional Department of Family and managed by the Department of Labor. It's an online database constantly updated, the latest release is from July 2025, which certifies 3 levels of qualification: inshore diver, offshore air diver, known as top-up, and offshore sat diver for saturation. And it's not just a local list either. There are divers from all over Italy and several foreign countries who choose Sicily for this regulated training.
So Sicily has become an attractive hub for international diving training. That's not the first thing that springs to mind, honestly.
And yet it is. The reason is one magic document: the Europass Certificate Supplement, which guarantees the recognition of qualifications across the European community under Directive 2005/36/EC. Bill Chilton from IMCA stated clearly that the offshore industry only recognizes certificates issued or endorsed by public authorities, flat out rejecting private titles. Sicily listened, acted, and now offers a certificate with an ironclad institutional aegis.
Okay, the national agency focuses on protecting critical infrastructure and the safety of underwater operations. Does Sicily have something for that too?
Of course, they have the ID card, a proper professional license with an individual serial number, photo, and the technical level achieved. All is laid out by Art 8 of Regulation Number 31/2018. It's like having a driver's license, but for the depths of the sea. And the competitive advantage of the Sicily model is that it complies with the standards of the International Diving Schools Association, or IDSA. CEDIFOP In Palermo, the only IDSA full member in Italy, is a center of excellence recognized by the Coast Guard and offshore contractors. It's not a fantasy. It's a very solid reality.
So for the national agency, the real challenge isn't reinventing the wheel, but rather understanding how the Sicilian one works.
Exactly. They won't have to invent new rules, but rather harmonize their work with this already existing regional excellence. The Sicily model proves that when a department attentive to mobility and a training center of excellence collaborate, they create a technically unassailable system. Sicily's no longer the periphery of the sector, Miles. It's its nerve center. It's a laboratory where underwater safety is the law and professional qualification is a global guarantee. For maritime companies and energy contractors, the Sicilian registry is the only certain tool to verify the competence of sea professionals. Basically, the state will have to learn from the region. And that's a rather nice twist.
Definitely a nice twist.
This episode has given you a deep dive into the world of Italian commercial diving. If you found it interesting, share it with someone.